horse.
He couldn't go on. Nor could you. You're injured, man. Let us take you in the house.
You gotta go on. Gotta get to the telegraph station.
We'll take you. Penelope!
Sorry, closed down for the night.
I know, but this is urgent. Won't you please?
No, come out of there, you. Can't go against my schedule. Closed down.
But can't you make this one exception?
No.
Get in here.
What?
Bring a light with you.
You can't do this to me. I won't stand for it. The Union Pacific won't stand for it. Night prowling around here like this. You got your gall busting in my office. Who do you think you are, anyway? My key's closed down for the night. Well, you can write it, but I won't send it anyway.
Here, let me.
Territorial Recorder's Office. Fort Lansing. Have filed corner stakes on plots 234, 235, chart 1089. Recording my name. That's all.
How shall I sign it?
Quirt Evans.
Oh. All set, Mr. Evans. Wait, he ain't dead, is he? No, just knocked out. So that's Quirt Evans. Look at his gun. See how many notches he's got in his gun. Not any that I can see. I sure ain't gonna touch it and find out. He might wake up and take it the wrong way. Why, when he and Wyatt Earp were deputies over to Tombstone, the two of them shot it out of the whole Clanton bunch. So that's Quirt Evans. He's quite a man with the gals. See, he's closed the eyes of many a man and opened the eyes of many a woman.
Would you call my father, please?
Yes, ma'am. Where are we taking him?
The wagon. Take him home.
Quirt Evans? You're crazy. I'd soon have a black powder bomb in my house. Heavy, ain't he? I know a dozen men ride night and day. Catch Quirt Evans helpless like this. Get him in there. I've heard about you people. How you don't believe in guns or anything like that, only doing good. So take my advice. You'll stay plenty far away from Mr. Quirt Evans.
Thank you very much for your advice. Good night.
Good night. So long, Quirt. That Quirt Evans is sure of something.
Quirt Evans? You know him?
Do I know Quirt Evans? Do I know Quirt Evans? What a question.
Don't.
If that doesn't quiet him, I don't know what will.
Or
I'll never get that bullet out with him kicking around like that. I'm afraid to give him any more sedative. He's already had enough.
Please be quiet. quiet. The doctor's
He can't hear you. What do you suppose that delirious mind is searching for?
He must be in great pain.
Not with that much laudanum in him. As if he were reaching for something. Something specific. I don't understand it. By now, he should be completely inert.
Oh. All right.
Oh, Thomas, how's the young man?
Delirious.
A gun in this house, Thomas?
Let me put these back in the gun belt.
Maybe we'll have to get something and tie him down. Are you crazy?
It's empty.
So that was it. A gun.
It's a pity.
It's stupid. These wild ones, I keep picking bullets out of them and setting their bones. Why? It's their destiny to wind up on Boot Hill.
No.
Oh, I forgot. Never speak evil, huh? Well, get me some more hot water, young lady, and we'll start patching him up for whatever's in store for him. Come on, help me with this boot.
Mother,
Tell me again. What, dear?
oh, about meeting Father.
Oh, we've heard that 1,000 times. He was working on the roof of the new meeting house. He fell off, and I picked him out of the dust and held him in my arms. He always said I hugged him before I ever even knew his name.
And they both knew right away?
Of course. Of course, I knew he was a peaceful man, a member of the society. An evil man would seek a more profitable way of life than being a member of the Friends.
Father had a beard then, didn't he?
Yes.
I should think that would scratch. I prefer a man clean shaven.
He's got the constitution of a mountain lion. He'll pull through, barring blood poisoning. These wild ones never seem to get blood poisoning, though it's common enough among the godly.
You so-called atheists. You always feel so compelled to stretch your godlessness.
Wash him. The bullet's out. He's in no danger.
I bet he killed a lot of people. No, he didn't. How does he know?
That's enough, John. A friend doesn't speak of such things.
Mrs. Worth, get that man out of here.
But he's badly injured, Doctor.
This isn't civilized Pennsylvania. This is a raw frontier. You must take a realistic attitude. This is a place where mayhem, theft, and murder are the commonplace instead of the unusual.
Would that justify leaving a wounded man to die?
Build your house by the side of the road and be a friend to man. Ye who believe.
I don't mind your mocking. You've been a good friend to us.
I'm glad I have a logical mind.
And a good heart. Good night, Doctor.
Still having delirious spells. Keeps mumbling about his past.
Get him.
I'm afraid he's had a very violent life.
Cards. Copper on my bet on the black ace. Now, you're a shapely hussy. You get real confirmation, Margaret. Huh? You fill out that dress just right. Red's your color. All right, Margaret. Chart 1089. 1089. Margaret, you're a nuisance. Let's call it off, Margaret. Yeah, I got places to go and country to put behind. Sure. All right. Lila. If I owned a mint, I'd put your head on every coin. I used to smoke corn silk when I was a kid. Your hair's just like that, Lila. Light brown, yellow all mixed up. Just like corn silk, Lila. All gold, tawny.
Will you bring some hot coffee, Penny? You know, the doctor says he's completely out of danger. Just sleeping. You know, Dr. Penny considers him her own personal patient. Sit down. And will you bring some milk, dear? And when you finish, you can go up and watch him while you card your wool on the loom.
He doesn't need watching. He's had no temperature these past few days. Just a superlatively healthy animal, restoring his depleted strength with sleep. He's no longer delirious. But of course, if you're determined to watch over him, Penny, perhaps you'd better take a pencil and paper with you. His first conscious words should be recorded. They may be of great interest to history. Or more possibly to a United States Marshal. Who knows what violence is involved with his battered frame and his bullet holes.
Would you care for a donut, Doctor? They're not as light as they should
Listen,
be.
Mrs. Worth. You can carry this head in the sand attitude just so far in a world of reality. Let me get this man out of your house. I can dump him in the establishment that passes for a hotel in this oft-times dubious community of ours.
In that unsanitary hovel?
Then he'll be off your hands.
But he's much better off here.
Of course he is, but who cares what happens to him?
We do.
I don't know what to say. Once, when I was studying medicine in Europe, I had a friend, an artist. He drew portraits of people and made them resemble the animals they reminded him of. He'd have drawn this man as a coiled cobra.
Oh, Doctor, your analogy's terribly imperfect, and your naturalism faulty. Cobras don't coil. No, but, Doctor, we're so fond of you, and we respect you so greatly. We're sure that you will finally realize that realism, untempered by sentiment and humanity, is really just a mean, hard, cold outlook on life. A frightened outlook.
I stand defeated. And furthermore, there are times in this house when I feel as if I were living in a never-never land. But don't hesitate to call on me anytime you need help.
Hello?
You're awake.
Sure. I'm awake. What is all this?
What?
Where am I?
Oh, don't you remember? Father and I drove you into town. Is anything wrong?
No.
The doctor says you'll be all right in a week or two. You were delirious, you know. 2 days and 2 nights.
Well, maybe that's why I'm so hungry. I could eat a yearling steer. If I could catch one.
Oh, well, we'll get you something. Mother! You talked a lot in your delirium. Mother, he's awake.
How is he?
hungry.
Oh, if he's hungry, he's going to be all right.
Thanks a lot for housing.
You're welcome. Smoked sausage and eggs?
Sounds great.
2 eggs, or would you like 3?
I'd like 6.
Oh, you shall have them. Penny, get one of Father's shirts and a razor. I'll get him some food.
So I talked a lot.
Yes. I listened only because I thought you might say something that would aid us in helping you. As to notifying your wife, for instance.
What did I say?
If you had a wife.
What did I talk about?
Well, you talked of Margaret. She filled out a red dress.
What else?
Oh, you mentioned someone named, Lila?
That all?
If you have a wife, we could notify her.
No wife.
That's 12. I haven't been so flattered since my donuts won first prize at the fair back in Pennsylvania.
You must be smart in Pennsylvania.
Some of the members thought it an exhibition of pride to enter my donuts. But what harm can there be in a little donut? Unless one eats so many of them that they explode, which is likely to happen to you, young man.
Well, there's worse ways of checking out.
I'll help you with the dish.
No. You stay and watch Quirt Evans. I'm curious to know the effect of 6 eggs, a pound of sausage, and 12 donuts. I'll call Lee in time for the milking.
Do all you people from Pennsylvania talk like that?
Like what?
Thee?
Oh, well, we're friends.
Friends of who?
Of all. A society of friends. Many people call us Quakers.
Oh, it's a religion.
It's a belief.
That on the wall. Each human being has an integrity that can be hurt only by the act of that same human being, and not by the act of another human being. Is that Quaker stuff?
Mm-hmm.
You mean nobody can hurt you but yourself?
That's a friend's belief.
Well, supposing somebody whacks you over the head with a branding iron. Won't that hurt?
Physically, of course. But in reality, it would injure only the person doing the act of force or violence. Only the doer can be hurt by a mean or evil act.
Are there very many of you Quakers?
Very few.
Sort of figured that.
Morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Carrot from a garden.
I found these out in the road. They belong to a fellow named Quirt Evans. I understand you're a friend of his. I thought maybe you'd see that he gets them back.
Leave him here. I'll see that he gets them. That Quirt. He'd lose his shirt if it wasn't buttoned on. Careless about everything. I keep telling him, sooner or later he...
On second thought, you can just tell me where he is, and I'll take him on back to him myself. Where is Quirt Evans?
You mean, where is he?
You ever notice how a fellow keeps repeating the question when he's stalling about answering?
Yeah. Maybe if I bend this gun over his head, he'll quit stalling.
Well, gentlemen, I hardly know Quirt Evans.
Uh-oh. He lies, too. You've been bragging all over town what good friends you two are. You know, this fellow ain't got many good qualities, has he? Sit down, friend. Maybe that'll help your memory. I'm asking about Quirt Evans.
Well, all I know is... Oh.
Thanks for sewing the shirt. But I can't find my pants.
Get back in bed.
Oh, laziness is the only thing that's kept me there this long.
The doctor says you're to stay in bed 4 more days. How oddie, oh, you're up. That's no way to speak to an older person, John.
Well, we're pals. You wouldn't expect a pal to call me mister, would you?
See, Dr. Mangrum says to tell you some men in town are looking for you. Says one of the men was a Mr. Laredo Stevens.
Get my pants.
But your leg.
Johnny, get me my pants.
No, John.
Will he get my pants?
Get the pants, John.
What you said.
What are you looking at?
V.
Oh, boy, it's a good thing I'm not a tattletale.
What's that hymn on?
They use the familiar in speaking to me.
The what?
The familiar. The plain language. Get thee my pants, Big said.
Well, what about it?
Well, among us, thee and thou are used only to loved ones. To all others, we use you and he and they. Mother to children, husband to wife, and children to... Between lovers, of course.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm not.
What?
I'm not. I wish thee to speak so to me.
Well,
I knew right away, that night.
this must be a kind of a dull life. I could take you a lot of places.
I'd go.
What?
I'd rather stay here with thee, but if you'd rather go someplace else, then I'll go someplace else. You sound very bold.
Well, it's just that I didn't think religious people were quite so sudden and direct.
Well, it's the way I feel, and it'd be dishonest to say anything else.
Yeah.
I used to wonder about it. I suppose every girl does.
About what?
Oh, about love. About whether as you got to know someone, you fell in love little by little, or it happened all at once. They are shocked.
Well, I wouldn't say shocked exactly, but you sure get to the point.
Should I be different?
No, Penny, I like you just the way you are. Who emptied this gun?
Father? Quirt, a gun is a symbol of force, of evil. We never have one in our homes. It was a concession that Father allowed even an empty one. It was only because you couldn't rest without
Where are
it.
the cartridges?
Outside?
Hey, why don't we just bust in?
Because busting through doors with Quirt Evans on the other side ain't my idea of a healthy pastime.
Tell him to come in.
Come in.
You can stand right there. Against the light.
Howdy, Quirt. You sure run a ring around me, all right. But you know, I don't think it was right friendly of you to beat me to locating that tract after my boys found it. Of course, I'm willing to listen to your side of it. I'm a reasonable man.
Sure. Laredo's always reasonable. That's why he's the biggest man in the territory.
You the biggest man in the territory, Laredo?
So a lot of people say.
I hadn't heard. You nervous?
No, Evans. I can't figure out why you keep stepping on my toes all the time. Of course, that's your business. I'm a good loser.
I like a good loser. Of course, I like any kind of a loser better than a winner.
Yeah. You know, I had a chance to do a heap of thinking while I was following your trail across the territory. I followed it by that string of run-out horses you left behind. Well, sir, I figured it out this way. Quirt don't really want that land. Because work ain't exactly in his line.
Is it in your line?
No, of course not. I was getting it for another fella. And, well, I figure maybe you'll sell.
I don't hear anything jingle.
Is it all right if I put my hand inside my shirt?
Why not?
5,000 in gold there.
I want 20.
Well, okay, but I'll have to owe you 15. That's all I got on me. I got the deed in my pocket here.
Get it out.
Now, if the young lady could find us something to sign this with.
Still Laredo's hired boy, eh, Hondo? Picking up after him, carrying matches for his cigars.
You mind yourself.
He'll mind himself. Won't you, Hondo?
Miss, would you mind taking this over to Mr. Evans, please? Thank you. You know, I'm sure glad to see you up and around, Quirt. We heard you was flat on your back.
Sorry to disappoint you.
And you come on over and get the rest of that money anytime. Anytime, that is, that you feel able.
I'll see you one of these days.
Well, so long, Quirt.
Saddle up my horse, will you, kid? Throw on my war bags.
What would have happened if they knew the gun was empty?
It'd have been Saturday night in Sioux City. Tie on my slicker, too. Sorry.
Oh, no, Quirt, no.
Kind of a boarder do you think I am?
You can't do that. We tend to any wounded human, and not for pay.
You don't believe in force, so you can't force me to take it back.
I'm afraid you're outwitted, Thomas.
How long have I been here?
Almost 3 weeks.
Kinda hate to get going.
Oh, but you can't. Your leg. You're in no condition to travel.
Don't worry, your cooking's got me grained up and ready for market. Adios, amigos.
Quirt. Shall I pack my things?
Why?
They'd leave without me?
I got places to go.
Quirt, I wouldn't care. It doesn't make any difference to me how far. Oh. I know so little. I didn't know it could happen to one and not the other. I thought it always happened to both.
That isn't it.
It isn't?
Well,
Then they do feel that...
look, Penny, I'm not the kind of a guy that does things suddenly. I, gotta look before I leave. You can ask anybody. They'll tell you that Quirt Evans is a mighty cautious citizen.
Oh, then it's just that they're not sure yet.
Yeah. Sorry.
Please stay.
He's all saddled, Quirt.
Unsaddling.
You gonna stay? A double. Where you go? Quint, there's something I'd rather have than this. A favor, a big favor.
Well, you got them both. What is it?
Would you ride past the schoolhouse with me? There's a lot of boys who don't believe I know Quirt Evans.
Well, sure.
Oh, golly, everybody says you're the fastest man in the territory.
Well, there's those who'd say I'm pretty slow.
Man should be able to do a good day's work after breakfast like that.
I'll see that you do it. Penny, where's the bucket? Oh, I declare, Penny, I don't know what's happening to thee.
Funny thing about pancakes, I lose my appetite for them after the first couple of dozen.
They weren't very good this morning. Too heavy. Ah. Wild Indian. Put water on those vegetables this morning.
There's always work around here to be done.
He wanted to be a farmer, didn't he?
Not anymore, I don't.
Surely you can walk to the barn without that.
What?
The gun.
Oh, well, it balances me. One leg's longer than the other. You know, the weight.
Thee are a liar. Throw the cow some hay. There's a pitchfork.
Before I was 15, I learned to hate those things. I swore I'd leave plows and pitchforks to farmers.
I'll do it.
No, I'll do it. But it's an occasion.
Thee.
What?
Nothing, just thee.
Penny!
Well, you wanted hay, didn't you? Didn't thee?
15. Better put this littlest one in a box. 16. Now get a bucket of water.
Water. All I do is carry water.
No force. Say, wasn't this place irrigated? I see all these flumes and ditches.
Frederick Carson turned the water off.
Frederick Carson.
Mm-hmm. He's the man who bought the ranch up above from friends who couldn't make a go of it. We had built a community dam, but it was on his property.
Well, what'd you do about it? Don't tell me. You prayed.
Of course.
Get you any water?
We didn't pray for water. We prayed for Frederick Carson.
Carson turned off the water and you prayed for him?
Of course.
Can't you see? By committing an evil act, the poor man injured his soul.
I'm glad there's a well. Because it'd sure get thirsty around here if we had to wait for Carson. Gonna walk his pony.
Benny? Nothing.
Be sure you don't leave no slack in that cinch. The boss will sure howl.
Yeah, this ain't the first pony I ever saddled. He'd squawk no matter how I done it.
Sure getting mean these days, ain't he?
Cantankerous by his natural bornin'. That boil in his neck don't help him none either.
Get out of my way. You belong behind a plow.
Who's Carson?
Don't get down. We ain't taking on no saddle tramps on this spread. Vamoose. Are you deep? I said get moving, tramp.
Nice dam.
Yeah, what's that to you?
Take out the top 2 planks.
What did you say?
The top 2. Let 16 inches of water over there.
Who says so?
I do.
Who might you be when you're at home?
Quirt Evans.
Well, anybody might ride up here and say they're Quirt Evans. He ain't known around here by sight. Anybody can say they're him.
Sure could.
There's a QE stamp on his saddle.
Well, take the top planks out of that head gate, you stupid idiot. Well, I don't need all that extra water.
Step up on that pony.
Well, now, look here, Mr. Evans. I've done what you told me to.
You sure did. Step up on that pony.
Well, I'm the kind of fellow tries to get along with everybody.
Side me.
Well, wait a minute. Maybe we better take out a couple more of them planks, Shucks. I got 10 times as much water as I need.
That'll do for now.
Well, if you ever need any more, Mr. Evans, all you got to do is say so.
I figured that.
Mother, look at the flume! Mother, all the ditches are full of water!
Now let's start off from scratch. You got more water than you need.
You're absolutely right, Quirt. I mean, Mr. Evans. Hey, do you mind if I call you Quirt?
Not a bit. So it's no skin off your moccasins if you let a little water over that ditch.
I absolutely know, Mr. Evans. I mean, Quirt.
You gonna be neighborly or not?
Well, I sure am, Quirt.
Well, that's the way to talk.
Carson.
Howdy, Mrs. Worth.
We always knew you'd change your mind.
Yes, ma'am. I did.
Thank you, Frederick. All of us here in the valley are grateful to you.
Worth, it's like I was saying. I ain't got any use for all that extra water. Why shouldn't I let my neighbors use it? I believe that neighbors should be friendly.
What you got there on your neck, a boil?
Miss Worth, I rustled that burned boil
Have
off
you
of my-
tried putting soap and sugar poultice on it?
No, ma'am, I ain't.
If you get down this minute and come in the house, I'll fix it for you. That's right.
You gonna hurt me?
No, that's a shame. It looks awful.
Well, looks like your prayer straightened everything out.
So you think your gun changed, Frederick Carson, huh?
Who says I pointed a gun?
I do.
Well, I didn't.
And he gave in more easily than I expected. Do you remember this, Quirt? The Lord moves in mysterious manner at times using strange methods and odd instruments.
Me? Well, that would be odd.
I just get a gnawing hankering after good pies and truck like that.
Oh, Freddie Carson.
Yes, sir?
I want you to have some of these. They're awful good with coffee in the morning.
Makes me want to go home and shoot my Chinese cook.
You just come back for more any time you like. There are always plenty.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Frederick.
Goodbye. Man ought to see more of his neighbors. Hey, wonderful woman, that Mrs. Worth. Look, she fixed my boil.
Penny! Excuse me, I think Father wants to give thanks.
Oh, he already thanked me.
I know. I think now he'd like to thank someone else.
Hey, hold my plunder while I get aboard, will you? You know, Mrs. Worth's going to keep me supplied in pies. I want to bring her over a quarter of beef now and then. Finally come to an understanding with my neighbors.
You sure did.
Oh, well, of course, you know I was just scared to death when I made that speech to them people. I'm glad you made me do it. Makes me feel good. Adios, amigo.
Dinner.
How bad's dinner gonna be?
Oh, Rose.